Franklin Templeton heightened regulatory scrutiny in China. What investors need to note. August 2021, China had announced recent regulatory change targeting specific industry, which has led some of heightened market volatility. Our emerging market. Franklin Templeton equity team examine what is the changes, why they were implemented, and the potential implications for the investor. China is the mid-tightened regulatory cycle, implementing anti-monopoly, data security, industry-specific regulations, increase regulatory scrutiny, especially new policy, government after-school tutoring, AST industry announced July 24, has elevated market volatility, investor fears of policy risk in China. The underlying ties intense regulatory activities across many industries lies in Beijing's determination to develop China into the modernized socialist economic, including objective common prosperities, green developments, and independence in key technology industry. Geopolitics also play a key role. It's critical to evaluate the alignment company with China long-term strategies goal. Regulatory cycles are not uncommon in China. The policy and the regulatory scrutiny should be seen as ongoing risk when it comes to the investment in China, to be carefully monitored, integrate in company research and portfolio management. Given the role of innovations as driver of productivity, growth, domestic product GDP growth, we don't believe government regulatory efforts and curtail digital sector growth as whole, rather similar many regulators globally. Key objectives including curtailing monopolies behavior, enhances data privacy, security, improve outcome for a broader range stakeholder, more reasons efforts by the securities regulatory. The ease market concern offer evidence of this, and take away was the reason actions were target and intend to limit scope. Regulatory actions by industry. The broader internet sector, we have seen intensive anti-monopoly actions driven by the concerns regarding rapid growth and large internet platform with strong bargain power versus stakeholders had result rent-seeking behavior, such as burning the excessive cash in sales and marketing to gain market share, exploit scholars benefit informations, asymmetries between the platform and customer. The fintech sector regulatory scrutiny on the consumer finance, co-lending models that result suspensions. Franklin Templeton was driven by government concerned about the
regulatory
rapid growth
scrutiny
consumer
in China.
leverages, as well
What
as limit
investors
oversight
need to note:
into online
August 3rd,
facilitate lending.
2021,
Previous
China had announced
regulatory cycle, the government also
regulatory
cracked
change
down
targeting
to
specific
P2P
industry,
loan
which has led some
for
of
similar
heightened
reasons. So,
market
with all hailing APP
volatility,
Beijing's
our
concern
emerging
have
market
center
blanking
national
Templeton
securities due to the
equity team
company
examined
vast amount consumer
what
data
is the changes
and the fears
why they were
this may be
implemented
accessible through the
and the
audit
potential implications
to the
for
U.S.
the
government. So,
China
there
is
have
the
been new
regulatory
development have caught
cycle
investor attention in recent days.
implementing
The education sector,
anti-monopoly
July 24, a
data
new policy
security,
government
industry-specific
after-school
regulations
tutoring
increase
AST
regulatory
after-school
scrutiny,
tutoring, AST
especially
industry was
new policy
released. The purpose
government
of the policy
after-school
reduced to education
tutoring
burden
AST
on
industry
children
announced
and parents.
July 24.
Context of government concern
Elevate
regarding the
market
country's slowing birth
volatility,
rate.
investor
The policy
fears of policy
stipulate
risk in China.
AST company will be
The
limited by
underlying traits,
licensing,
intense
operating
regulatory
hours,
activities
restrictions
across many
requiring
industries,
turn the scholar down. Their objective basic tutoring
determination
program
to develop China into
from the traditional subject
modernized
towards
socialist
enrichment
economic,
topic and
including
tutoring
objective
toward the
common
contents pre-coding.
prosperity,
AST company
green
must be
development,
not for the
and independence
profit entity,
in
in which
technology
cases all
industry.
profit cash flow must be
Geopolitics also
reinvested into the business, and the sponsor stakeholders cannot lay claim to the profit. The foreigner investor can no longer invest in the AST.
Regulatory
Variable
cycle are not
interest
uncommon in
entities,
China.
VIE.
The policy and the
Likely
regulatory
result company
scrutiny should be seen as
delisting
ongoing
the
risk.
VIE
When it comes
structures
to the
ban
investment
in
in
the
China,
AST industry has
to
driven
be
investor
carefully
fear of the
monitored,
similar futures
integrate
action in other
in company
sectors.
research
However,
and
this was
portfolio
the large
management.
part of AST
Given the
company
law
being
of innovation
classified
as driver
not for the profit organization, hence preventing them from
GDP
raising
growth.
funds.
We don't believe government regulatory
China's
efforts
security
and
regulators host virtual meeting
curtail
on the
digital
July 28th.
sector growth as whole,
Market concern
rather similar.
following
regulators
announcement, the new
globally.
policy government
Key
AST industry, the key
including
takeaway from the call was education policy will target, not intend to hurt company in other
behavior,
industries.
enhances data
So in the
privacy,
music sectors, July
security,
24, the
improve
regulatory issue
outcome
the
for
final rule.
broader
Tencent
range
Music
stakeholder,
Corporation addressing
more
the issues
reasons
unfair
efforts
market
by the
competition
securities
in a highly
regulatory
concentrated market. Key
the
ruling. All
market
exclusive
consent
license
offer
agreements
evidence
must be within 30 days.
and take away
New song
was the reason
exclusive
action
release
were
window should be the
target and
shorter than
intent
30
to
days.
limit
Independent artist exclusive
regulatory
contract should
actions by
last
industry.
shorter than 3
The
years.
broader internet
The
sector,
food
we
delivery
have seen
sector, July 26 guideline.
intensive
The protecting food
anti-monopoly
delivery
actions
rider
driven by
interest.
the concerns
The guideline
regarding
covered
rapid
first
growth and large
evaluations
internet
rider
platform
performance.
strong
Second,
bargain
lower
power
labor intensity
versus
using the delivery
stakeholders
time.
had
Each
result
order and the social
rent-seeking
security
behavior,
coverage for the rider.
such as
So why
burning excess,
regulatory scrutiny has increased?
the
Underlying traits,
excessive
type,
cash
color,
in sales
intensity,
and
regulatory
gain market
activities
share,
across the main industries.
exploit
Light
spanish
in the government
information
determination develop China into the modernized
asymmetries
socialist
between the
economy,
platform
achieve the
and
great
customer.
revival Chinese nations.
The fintech
Particular
sector regulatory
development features
scrutiny on
into
the
the key.
consumer finance,
Key
co-lending
prosperity
models that the result
the green development